Yeah. Finally,
At forever.
episode Deuce Deuce, you know what I'm saying? Brought to you by Finally and Forever Boys.
Deuce.
KIOSKOGOD and
FAYN.
you already know.
Certified.
So we back, you know what I'm saying? Trying to stay consistent, you know what I'm saying, for
We
the
back.
for the 2024.
Yeah, heard.
So let's jump right into it. Like, share, subscribe,
Tell a
comments, all of that, you know what I mean? Tell your mama's mama, baby mamas, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is, bruh. So a couple of things, let's jump right into it. I want to talk about the effect of the Not Like Us video. And because we already talked about the beef and and 1,000 podcasts already talked about the show. I don't want to talk about the show right now.
All right.
I want to talk about the effect that this video had. Let's talk about a couple of things. What effect do you feel this video has had on just the hip hop fans in general, like the casual fan and the hardcore fan? Like, what do you think is the effect this video had?
Not to even be funny, it's giving Dre Day vibes.
Okay, I saw Charlemagne say biggest diss song of all time. What do you feel like?
Biggest
of all time. What do you feel about that comment?
Man, listen, bro.
Charlemagne, the G.O.D.
In order for something to be the biggest, it needs to last a little longer.
Oof.
This literally came out May, and the video just came out a week. It is definitely top 5 best diss songs of all time. Like, hands down, I feel like it's up there with the No Vaselines, the Hit 'Em Ups, the
Dre Day.
Dre Day for sure, the Ethers, the Takeovers, the Who
real
Shot You?
Real MF, let me not curse, real MFGs by Eazy-E towards Dre.
Man, listen.
Definitely got to put it up there.
Young, I think 100 Shots was a diss track.
Or yeah, but 100 Shots wasn't to this level that we're talking about.
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't. But I tell you,
but it was definitely
legendary.
Great. Yeah, it was great.
It was great.
You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Young Dolph.
Correct. But Not Like Us. Is it the best? It's just.
I didn't say the best. I said biggest.
The biggest
in exposure. For example, I think what he's talking about is like the numbers, the grabbing people that are not hip hop fans whatsoever to listen to this. Like, people that don't listen, like for example, like rock music, are like, who is Kendrick Lamar? Let me check this out. It's on my algorithm.
I still got to give it the back to back, bro. It didn't have a music video, but that area.
But Not Like Us has a music video.
That's why I said it didn't. That's why I said it didn't have a music. A lot of diss records didn't have music. Like Ether, Takeover, fucking like Hit 'Em Up, and it was the West Coast niggas that was ballsy enough to do videos, because niggas like Snoop is crushing over buildings in New York subliminally. Dre Day is making fun of Easy. Tupac is making fun of Biggie. Like, it's always been shout out to the West Coast, but y'all niggas be the ones that's like, yo, we gonna stretch this record out. Like, we trying to we gonna maximize and capitalize off of this moment, this track, this everything. Not fuck a song, nigga. We trying to make a video and a moment that could stand the test of time. And I think that's what Not Like Us is doing, because it's genius how he does the show Juneteenth. He drops the video July 4th. He does the diss record back, like he almost gave Kendrick a taste of his own medicine, because I feel like this is back to back in reverse for Drake. Like, this is how you would back to back Drake with a song like this, and how he did it. The back to back songs before it, Euphoria, 616. You end it with Not Like Us. The song is not just a diss record; it sounds like an anthem. So it's not just like I'm coming at you. It's like, this is already a good song. It sounds like you bringing back a nostalgic vintage sound, but it still don't sound like it's trying to be nostalgic. It still sounds young. It still sounds fresh. It sounds like a cookout. It sounds like good summertime music, but it's dissing the most popular nigga in hip hop.
All right,
blatantly.
That was a great answer. All right, so let's jump into, how do I want to put this? Subliminal message in the video towards Drake.
Okay.
For example, a minor when he's hopscotching over the hopscotch joint. If you freeze that part of the video, You know, obviously A minor. You know, he's talking about you know pedos. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, and the kids
and the kids, and you know what I'm saying, and everything we don't like in the world.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that was just, hey, this was pre-programmed?
I think Dave Free and Kendrick Lamar are very smart when they did the video.
But do you think that every scene has a meaning towards it?
Nah, not every scene.
Okay, so that is just me.
I think no. Even them niggas on YouTube is reaching.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm getting a lot of this
messages behind not like
that's what I'm getting a lot. You know what I mean? I did my homework and I was like, yo, I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, talk about it because
the dope hidden messages. My favorite two were the two obvious ones. Okay. The piano, the OVO piñata of the fucking hour.
Okay.
And then wop wop wop.
Okay.
And then the end with the cage, the hour in the cage, bro.
What about? To me, the most obvious one was him and his girl and his kids in the room.
Oh shit! Family Matters.
And she has a wife beater on.
So that's. Okay, that's bruh.
Because you know he's talking about like, yo, you know, she beat, did she beat you up or was it self-defense? Remember? So she's in there. You know what I mean? I don't wanna get political, but she's walking. Let's just put it like that.
Word.
You know, she's walking. Word. You know, whatever you want to put on it to the beat.
She LA dancing.
She LA dancing to the beat.
Uh-huh.
And she's got a wife beater on.
Okay.
Might not mean much, but hey, you know what I mean? What a coincidence.
I think
that your fashion, choice is a wife beater.
Oh man.
And you know, most girls, even LA girls, unless it's like on some Chola-esque type of fashion, choice, don't wear wife beaters. Especially, I don't want to, because I mean, it's not a black or Mexican thing. But 2024,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Girls got a lot more choices. You know, she could have came out in them, Kim Kardashian Skims or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So I'm just saying, like,
I instantly thought about the Family Matters diss. I feel like that was a reverse, like, my family's intact versus yours.
Okay.
Like, nigga,
I like that message.
Like, nigga, my kids, my wife is in this building with me. You was
your family?
Yeah, nigga.
Like look at my kids playing. With my wife is rocking with me.
Yeah, like. The audacity of you telling me family.
Oh, she got a wife beater on, by the way. Mostaza on the beat, ho. You know what I mean? And it's like, hey, look, man, she's bopping to my shit, and she got a wife beater on, champ.
Can I keep it 1,000? Was it just me or like guilty? And I know I'm gonna sound super. Yo, she's bad as fuck. Like
that's the first time I ever seen Shorty.
I did not know Kendrick's girl was that pretty, nigga.
She's got a beautiful face. I like, you know what I mean? Like,
and you could tell she did that haircut recently. Like that shit don't look.
I never. First, I don't like to like really like talk about dudes with like wives and shit.
I could give a fuck.
Nah, I'm just saying, cause it's
that
like,
was my first time seeing this nigga's.
But
bitch,
she's definitely a pretty girl for sure.
I was like, bro,
you know what I mean?
Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm dead ass. I know he said what he said. Like,
but bro, let's keep it real. I mean, cause it's like a multi-millionaire. If you would have pulled out there with some torta, you know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? Just ugly, you know what I mean? Like it would have.
Campbell vibe.
Oh, but damn, now you're going kind of extra, champ. Like
I'm just saying. No, what I mean is like, I feel like Cuz would have like, even though he was Drake made. So you thought that she
was gonna be like the girl next door vibes instead of like a very pretty girl? I ain't gonna lie. The way that he's so secretive, I have to agree on this. Maybe she would have been like a hard 7. Like I'm like, yo, Kendrick, with this. So I can feel like Kendrick is like. You know what I mean? Like the African beads on in his basement with the incense on.
Oh
you know what I'm saying? Speaking Swahili and shit. And
you understood, but the way that nigga said, yeah, I get it.
I did. Girl next door. Girl next door vibes. Yeah, he's just definitely like a girl next door vibes type dude. But she do look like a girl next door type vibes, just like the real pretty.
Yeah.
Like if you saw her in the laundry room and in your apartment complex, you'd be like, oh yeah, she's pretty bad.
And
but you wouldn't be like, oh y'all niggas gotta see this.
Nah, but you know what's crazy? You did tell me like LA got some of the like. She's a great example of like, okay, I see.
Oh yeah. Yo, I always said that. Like, and don't crucify me, but I feel Los Angeles has some of the prettiest black women I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you said
I'm talking about American black. I don't say Guyanese or African or Jamaican. No, I'm talking about just Yankee gal.
Yeah.
Just straight up, you know,
American.
Sam's
like,
Burgers,
Mom and
In-N-Out
Pop is
Burgers.
from America.
Yes,
like
your family's from Louisiana,
and
your grandfather's
Alabama.
like Texas. Yeah, for sure.
Correct.
Like you're just you've never been outside the country. Like you were born and raised here in America, and you're black. Yo, they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous in LA.
Yeah, but
LA,
honestly,
bro.
She's
because I feel like in the East Coast,
she's a good example. Of
in the East Coast, and again, I heard Texas black girls are bad too.
Say what?
Texas black girls are bad too, like from what I've seen. But I'm just talking about my experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But I feel like once you get to the East, bro, anybody black could be anything. You can meet a black girl, she don't even speak English.
Correct.
She's like, oh yeah, pero que lo que? Like, you know, your people, my people.
Correct.
You know, anything except pretty much Mexican, you can see like, yo.
She could be Guyanese, Bahamian.
She could be Colombian, bro. She could be fucking Argentinian. She could be anything, bro. Like Brazilian, like she could be anything. But I feel like once you get out west, like, you know, I would say once you get from Texas on west, if somebody's black, they're pretty much black American. Like they're not Caribbean. You know, I would say 80%.
Country or whatever.
Yeah, like, you know, obviously there's people from all over the world, but I'm just saying that if you're in the hood, that's just basically what it is, you know. And LA considers like, you know how we would consider like a girl that's like Colombian Brazilian, how we think that's exotic?
Yeah.
Out there would be like, oh, she's Cambodian and black, or she's Mexican black, or she's Vietnamese black, or she's any Asian black, basically. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to see her for half an hour. any Spanish black or Mexican black is exotic. Here we got, I think, and even New York, we got like extremely exotic. Like she could be like for example, something from New York would be like, oh, she's Pakistani Brazilian. Yeah. Or like she's Colombian Russian. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Some wild combination. That's like New York combinations. Yo. You know, here it was like she's Haitian Colombian. Whoa. Or she's like, you know, Cuban Jamaican.
But New York is exactly that. That's why I get it. It's like East Coast and everything over there. It becomes a fusion.
Oh, yeah. We're definitely more like, you know, even like the conversation where you know how Spanish and black kind of grow up more together here, and there's not as much segregation when it comes to like, for example, prison politics and shit that we're not used to. Because if you're black and Spanish and you go to prisons in most of the East Coast, you gotta pick a side. No, you pick a side, but like I can use your phone, you can use my phone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's not as much racial segregation as you do in California, where there's strictly white phone, strictly black phone, strictly, you know, Latino phone / Mexican phone. Like I can never bunk with you, like, you know what I'm saying, in prison. Like, you know what I mean? If I was black and you were Mexican or vice versa.
But do the inmates even have that bunking that, like, nigga, you in the cell with whoever the fuck we in the cell with?
That's in like county jail. But once you get to prison, like the same race can't, like, I mean, different races can't bunk with each other.
That's on the West Coast.
On California, like, I don't know about the entire West Coast, but I know in California, like, if you're white and you can never bunk with a black or maybe some Mexicans, but they still, like, everybody has to be to your own race. Wow. And then everything is by like, these are white showers, black showers, Mexican showers. Same thing with the phone. Food, you can't share food. Man, like, you know what I mean? Crazy. Like, you know, there's a lot of rules. Whereas if you're a dude that, like, if you're a Puerto Rican dude that went to, you know what I'm saying, like Clinton Max in New York, yeah, you're hanging out with the blacks and the Puerto Ricans like it's nothing. I mean, and there's still racial tension. Let's not lie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was a point where Puerto Ricans and blacks did not get along whatsoever. And there was a lot of racist tension between back and forth. Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans and blacks. Like, it was a whole thing, right? But I'm talking about today, in today's era, you know, there's just as many Puerto Ricans in Bloods as there is Bloods that, like, that, you know, I kind of fucked that up, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of Spanish people in black gangs, just like California starting to have a lot of Mexicans in black gangs. So it's like 20 years from now, for you to see probably a all Latin set from a predominantly black gang is not going to be a weird thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be strange. You feel me? Like, you know, that's how the politics come, where, like, you know, people out there saying, oh, Mexicans starting to use the, you know, the word nigga and shit a lot. That's crazy. Where to us it's kind of nothing. Where you see a Dominican and Puerto Rican use it, it's like, whatever, bro. It's like, we don't, you know what I mean?
Did we talk about that?
We talked about it before, but I'm saying, like, the whole thing that I'm saying, the impact of reverting back to what this impact of Kendrick Lamar's video is that it's exposing not only a top artist, but also West Coast music, West Coast culture, West Coast, you know, living to the world. Because look at the video. It's all LA walking. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows about the B's and C's. We ain't got to dive into that. And just the thing that happened at the show, the Crumpin', which was an all LA hood thing. They did the video in, like, you know, the Nickerson Gardens, very well known. Facts. You know, Blood neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
nigga, I saw TDE reunion in that video.
Yeah, and think about it.
That shit was fire.
And it's a beautiful thing, bro, because they're pushing that piece that, yo, all gangs can get along when it comes to this music shit. I mean, you're never going to kill the street politics, but when it comes to entertainment, music, this is going to help the West Coast grow.
It was good to see, if I'm not mistaken, Rowdy Rich and YG.
Everybody.
And
like they, you know, their neighborhoods ain't really kosher with each other like that. And you know what I'm saying? Bro, because you got like, dudes from my section, like, you know what I'm saying, that was over there. You got Hoovers, you got Gangster Crips, you got Neighborhood Crips, you got all kinds of Bloods, you got all kinds of Parus that was there, and everybody was having a good time, which I think was a very, very positive thing for LA, bro. It was super positive.
Anytime you see the black and brown community come outside like that, naturally, authentically, it's a good look, man, because the truth is, like, I feel like New York and LA and Atlanta, they have the ability to do that, and it's like, because we're going to talk about it. We got to talk about it.
About what?
About Miami taking the L when that little nigga fucking, I'm going to call him a little nigga. That little nigga Ross got snuffed by this fucking white boy.
Damn, bro, should you be saying that, man? With your political affiliations
bro,
out here in Miami?
Bro. Nigga, I'm going to tell you right now.
Shit.
That shit,
but I ain't gonna lie,
look bad, bro.
Nobody, but I didn't really see Ross get any type of
all right, even
if
the nigga just chin checked you, bro, like.
But I didn't even see that though.
You didn't see the video?
No, I saw the video, but I didn't see Ross get his ass beat or anything like that.
No.
I had to keep it real. Like if I saw him get his ass beat, I'd be like, oh yeah.
Listen, bro.
I didn't see that shit.
A nigga.
I saw his bodyguard get beat the shit up.
That shit was, and Sam Sneak got.
I saw Cuz get. You know what I'm saying?
But still, bro, the way you reacted, like you forgot how to fight. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
But after those millions of dollars, like you think they be catching fish,
bro? So why you getting into? Why are we that? If all the millions of dollars is the reason, why you get this close to an altercation? Why is you the boss, nigga? Get one of your other you mafioso. Why is you even in the beef? Why are you in the mix if you really that guy?
Well, that's a good point. You know.
So if you're not that guy, stay out the mix and let somebody else do your work. And if you is that guy, then nigga represent. Cause this the second time, yo. Let's not forget, Gunplay guy. You know, dish rag 10 years ago.
The G-Unit shit.
Yeah, nigga. I saw that shit. Like, listen, bro. It ain't too many Florida artists out here, bro, and it's us against them. I'm not here to diss Rick Ross. I'm here saying like, that's a bad look. And on top of, you know, certain situations, I'm just like. But I would love to see a Kendrick, Miami have that, Florida have that.
But you know what it is too, like the way I don't see the Rick Ross situation as an L for Florida or even Miami, simply because Miami doesn't have a movement. Miami doesn't have a conglomerate of, I don't even know if that's the right word. There's not like 20 rappers right now making noise from Miami for me to say that situation put a damp on what's going on in Miami. Unfortunately, dog, there's a lot of Miami artists that are fire that are just not known. And Miami is nowhere near to the point of an LA, of a Houston, of an Atlanta, of a New York to even start a movement right now. Because it's just there's not enough out here making noise like that, and there's not enough working together.
That's exactly my point. Miami, Florida is the Dominicans of this shit. We're looking for anything. Like, we used to look at Plies like he was from Miami because we didn't have shit.
That's a fact.
So it's like, Fulio just died. Ross gets whatever. Attempt snuff is still an attempt, nigga. And then you look, it's still crazy, my nigga.
That's wild.
Like,
an attempt snuff.
Yeah, nigga.
An
Like,
attempt snuff.
Like, what are we talking?
He's like, that's a misdemeanor boo bop and shit.
So,
yo, what the fuck is that?
Like, it's still like, my point is like, we as like, nigga, where's Ball Greasy? Where's Zoe Dollars?
I feel like them Jacksonville niggas got way more of noise than we got.
Hell yeah.
Like Nardo Wig, and they fire. Like, I fuck with Nardo Wig. Like, I think he's a stab. Like, Young and Ace, his music is fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I just feel like there's a lot of Lil Tyler. Them dudes is coming out with like real tough shit. You know what I'm saying?
Them niggas got.
I gotta put FAYN on there.
Who?
You know, I gotta put FAYN on there.
You said, but I
gotta put my nigga, you know, Tunde. You know what I'm saying?
Tunde, yeah,
for sure. Like,
but like there are name 4 other artists that's not Tunde, that's not FAYN, that's from Miami, that's not from Jacksonville, that's not from Broward.
My nigga Poochie, bro. Soldier Living True.
One.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely, I got to put him up there as
Shout
up
out
next.
To that. Shout out
you know
to
what I'm
him.
saying? You know, Poochie, I got mad love for you, bro. K. Charles. That fool stayed performing at Rolling Loud. He's been Rolling Loud Portugal, Rolling Loud LA, Rolling Loud New York. K. Charles is, you know, Haitian dude also.
Okay. One
of the dopest Miami dudes out there making noise, you know what I'm saying? But again, bro, it's like there's not a movement of everybody from different sections, because I feel like Miami's like this. Miami got a street side, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the hippie backpackers, and then you got the middle ground rappers.
What
you feel me?
Middle ground rappers. What you mean?
Like the flyby. I don't want to disrespect nobody,
like
bro.
Swag rappers.
Like, you know, like just like, yo, this is me. Like, I'm not into no gangster shit. I just make good music.
Remember LaJon Slim?
That I don't want to cap. Like, sound.
I was gonna say like him type shit. Well, or like Black Dada, Summers, because that wasn't hip. That wasn't backpack, but it wasn't street.
Oh, Cuz Haitian dude, you know Zoe Dollars, but also Cuz from Lil Haiti too, big nigga and shit.
Frank Castle,
like, you know what I'm saying. You got dudes like that, you know what I mean. Who's Cuz from the Pork and Beans? He was fucking with Wyatt Fanlucci and shit.
Oh shit, Ferrari Red.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes like that, like, I would say that that section is like the street Miami, like real Miami, you know, and I'm not saying real is better. I'm just saying they represent in my mind, what Miami's all about. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like, that's their lyrics, that's their raps.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they fuck with each other heavy, you know, they got collabs and shit like that. But if I'm not
Ferrari, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Much love to y'all. But if I were from Detroit, do I know these dudes? Like, as far as like a movement, I might know them individually as rappers, but in my mind it would never cross like, oh, she's from Miami, oh, he's from Miami, oh, he's from, you know what I mean? Like, whereas you think about LA, bam. You think about Atlanta, bam. You think about New York, bam. Like, you know what I mean? In your mind, you already put all of these as like a mini movement, even if in reality they don't fuck with each other. Like, because LA doesn't have LA also does not have LA movement. Besides, that's what the Kendrick thing. Think about it. Pre-Kendrick show.
You have a culture.
It's a culture, right? But it's not like this is all the West Coast dudes and we all fuck with each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the Kendrick show was so important, because at the end, when he brought everybody up on stage, it's like, I'm hoping
that this goes,
that this happens in the future where all you guys start making music together, because that's the same Atlanta platform that made them so successful.
Yeah, because when I think of Little Baby, Gunna, I think of Young Thug, I think of Future, and it's almost like
but you don't think about Atlanta sides, like, you know, unless you're really from Atlanta.
Yeah, you
don't know shit about like Third Ward, Fifth Ward, or Zone 6, Zone 3. You don't think about none of that shit, right?
Nah,
you just think, oh, they're all from Atlanta.
Yeah.
And they mess with each other.
Correct.
And LA is clearly like, oh, he's from Compton. He's from LA. I don't fuck with, you know what I mean, from Long Beach. And they let it be known. It's like for example, if you're from Watts, like, you clearly let it know, I'm from Watts. I'm not from LA. I'm not from Compton. Like, dog, you're like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're from right here. But it's like, nah.
Because the truth is,
same thing with New York, right? Brooklyn. It's like, yo, it's all Brooklyn. Yeah. Like, we don't fuck with nobody else.
But New York City, I feel like yes, but no. because New York is very prideful on being from the whole New York City. They separate themselves within New York, but once they leave that shit, they be very proud. Like,
yeah. But that goes anywhere. Like even Miami. I'm just saying that. But in the New York music scene right now, that's why you have a thing called Bronx drill.
Brooklyn drill.
It's not New York drill. You feel me? It's very segregated.
True.
Like it's very tough for them Bronx dudes to make a song with dudes from Queens or shit, let alone Staten Island. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very regional. It's like borough-like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what's even worse with Miami? That we're not that separated, right?
Exactly.
Like we make
there's nothing holding anything back. Miami's not a gang culture city.
Fucking crazy,
you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like it's not
like it's super like
it's not north side, south side. It's not